The respiratory system draws oxygen into the body and releases carbon dioxide, keeping us alive with every breath.
Air enters through the nose or mouth, travels down the trachea, and heads toward the lungs for gas exchange. The trachea, or windpipe, safely carries air from the throat down to the bronchi on its way to the lungs. The trachea splits into two bronchi, directing air into each lung and beginning finer branching of the airways. Inside the lungs, bronchi divide into smaller bronchioles, carrying air deeper toward the alveoli for gas exchange. At the ends of bronchioles lie tiny alveoli, millions of air sacs where oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange takes place. Here, oxygen crosses into the blood while carbon dioxide leaves it, fueling every cell in your body. Hemoglobin in red blood cells binds oxygen, ready to deliver it throughout your body. Freshly oxygenated blood travels from the lungs to the heart, ready to power your entire body. Carbon dioxide-rich blood flows back to the lungs to be exhaled out of the body. With each breath out, your lungs expel carbon dioxide, cleansing your bloodstream. Your brainstem automatically controls your breathing rhythm, keeping you alive without thought. Your diaphragm contracts to draw air in and relaxes to push air out, powering each breath. Intercostal muscles between your ribs lift and lower the chest, making each breath deeper. Changes in air pressure inside your lungs pull air in and push it out, powering every breath. A thin pleural membrane surrounds each lung, letting them glide smoothly as you breathe. Tiny cilia lining your airways sweep out dust and microbes, keeping your lungs clear. A thin pleura surrounds each lung, reducing friction as you breathe in and out. The diaphragm contracts downward to draw air in and relaxes to push it out. Intercostal muscles between your ribs help expand and contract the chest while you breathe. Air passing through the larynx vibrates the vocal cords, producing your voice. The cough reflex clears irritants from your airways, protecting the lungs. Sneezing forcefully expels irritants from your nasal passages to protect the airways. Nasal hairs and stickum mucus trap dust and microbes before they reach your lungs. Tiny cilia lining your airways move mucus and debris upward toward your throat. The epiglottis flips down during swallowing to keep food out of your airway. In the lungs, oxygen enters the blood while carbon dioxide is released from it. Oxygen binds to hemoglobin in red blood cells, traveling to every part of your body. Carbon dioxide travels back through the blood to your lungs to be exhaled. Tiny hairs and mucus in your airways trap dust and move it out to protect your lungs. Air from your lungs passes through the larynx, making your vocal cords vibrate to create sound. Air from your lungs powers your speech, giving energy to words as you talk. Yawning brings in a deep breath of air, giving your body a burst of extra oxygen. A sneeze forcefully clears irritants from your nose, protecting your airways. A cough rapidly expels irritants or mucus from your airways to protect your lungs. Hiccups happen when your diaphragm spasms, causing a quick intake of air. Your diaphragm and rib muscles work together to move air in and out of your lungs. Your respiratory rate adjusts how many breaths you take each minute to match your body's needs. At high altitudes, thinner air with less oxygen makes you breathe faster to compensate. Athletes train at high altitudes to boost red blood cells and strengthen their lungs. Air pollution can irritate the lungs and reduce breathing efficiency over time. Smoking damages the lungs, scars airways, and increases breathing problems. The diaphragm, the main muscle of breathing, contracts to draw air into the lungs. The rib cage shields the lungs and moves with each breath to help draw air in. Your nasal passages filter, warm, and humidify air before it reaches the lungs. The trachea acts as the main airway, guiding air safely down into the lungs. The bronchi split the airway into left and right paths, carrying air deep into the lungs. Bronchioles are tiny tubes that branch through the lungs, carrying air to every corner. Alveoli are tiny air sacs where oxygen enters the blood and carbon dioxide leaves. Tiny capillaries surround each alveolus, allowing efficient exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Red blood cells carry oxygen from the lungs to every part of the body. Blood carries carbon dioxide back to the lungs, where it is exhaled. Hemoglobin in red blood cells binds oxygen in the lungs and releases it in body tissues. Oxygen leaves red blood cells to nourish body tissues, while carbon dioxide returns to be exhaled. The brain controls breathing automatically, adjusting the rate based on oxygen and carbon dioxide levels. During exercise, breathing rate increases to supply more oxygen to active muscles. Even during sleep, your lungs continue to work automatically, keeping oxygen flowing to your body. Smoking introduces harmful particles that can damage the delicate lung tissue over time. Comparing healthy lungs to damaged lungs shows the impact of pollutants, smoking, and disease. The respiratory system ensures oxygen enters our blood and carbon dioxide is removed, keeping us alive and healthy. If you enjoyed exploring the respiratory system, subscribe and watch our next videos to uncover the secrets of the human body.